Hey everybody, coming to you today here with another Bible review. This is a study Bible I'm pretty excited about reviewing. This is the Reformation Study Bible, and this was sent to me by Reformation Trust Publications to review. And the one that they sent me is a leather touch. It does come in this nice insert cover, as you can see here. Just a little sleeve, slide-in sleeve. Now, this is probably my second favorite study Bible as far as study Bible goes. I think the number one study Bible is the English Standard Version study Bible, but this one is geared more toward just, of course, the Reformation. It's geared more toward one side of theology versus the English Standard Version is kind of both sides. But anyway, excuse me. Just wanted to show you the box that it does come in. As you can see here R.C.Sproul is the general editor, and this is the ISBN number. You can see it. I don't know if it will. There we go. Right there. So, pulling it out of the box, of course, it comes with a welcome packet, and I do want to talk about that because there are some things in it that you need to know about. First of all, it gives an introduction from R.C.Sproul. So it talks about the Reformation, the five solas, post tenebris lux, after darkness light. Let's see. It tells you about the different aspects of this study Bible. And we will talk about some of these. It is single text, as we'll see in the video here in a minute. Updated introductions, cross references, as well as 3-column study notes, new content, faithful scholarship. The people that are a part of this are all well-known people, and we'll talk about that when we get to it as well. But the one thing that I wanted to show you about this is right here. If you do buy one of these, it does come with a product code on the back of this. I won't show you this one because they're individually unique product codes. But you do get a whole list of books, a teaching series, a subscription to Table Talk magazine. It's the study magazine that Legionnaire puts out, and online access to a bunch of other things. So not only do you get the study Bible, you also get all these helps when you do get this Bible as well. Now, it's talking about some of the people that contributed to this. I know, let's see, some of them that I knew right off the bat was Steve Lawson. Yeah, right here. Michael Kruger. These are the theological contributors. Both of those are well known. Of course, Sproul Jr., and there was some more that I know, but I'm not going to sit here and go through that. I want to talk about the actual Bible itself. So there is that part, and of course it did come with this little paper for the back of it as well. But let's talk about the Bible. Now, this one that they sent me is a brown leather touch. Now, they do come in hardbacks, ones like this in different colors. There's even some premium bindings. I think there's a calfskin one. And they also have a condensed version, a personal size study Bible as well. This is the full size. As you can see, it has the little imprint of the burning bush, R.C.Sproul, general editor, the Reformation Study Bible, and then nothing on the back. Now this one is a paste down liner, you can see. And I just want to flip through now, because we've already talked about some of the things that it has in it. Now, let's see, here we go. Hardcover white, crimson hardcover, black, genuine leather, premium leather, cowhide, black and brown. That's what it comes in. Now, this one is the 2016 edition of the ESV, and this is the 2015 copyright, the newer version of the Reformation Study Bible. Now, throughout this, you're going to find a ton of theological notes, in-text maps and illustrations, and of course this is the introduction by R.C.Sproul. Here's some more contributors. Tells you their degrees that they've earned and different things. The preface, some people say. Explanation of features. Of course, that's the single column stuff. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, one of the things, I've missed it. I want to go back. One of the things that I really like about this study Bible that you don't have in the ESV study Bible is the fact that it does have the creeds and confessions in it right here. The Apostles' Creed, the Nicene Creed, 39 Articles, Canons of Dort, Westminster Confession of Faith, larger and shorter catechisms, and the 1689 London Baptist Confession of Faith. So those are in the back here, as well as many articles in the back of the Bible itself, dealing with the canonicy of the Bible, covenant theology, creeds and confessions, and so forth. So that's some of the things that's unique. Now, let's get over here and look at Genesis chapter 1, because that's really where the meat of this is, as well as too there's introductions to the first 5 books. I'm sure there's introductions to the New Testament, to the prophets, all those in here as well. Pages want to stick together. Okay. Well, I went too far. Here's Genesis. And as you'll see, it covers the title, the author, the date, and occasion, the genre, literacy, characters, and primary themes. Let's see, theology of Genesis, Genesis and the larger story of the Bible, history of interpretation, Christ in Genesis, and special issues. This is all the introductory of Genesis. Now, as you'll see here, here's a huge outline, full page of outline on Genesis, and then you get into the text itself. Now, as you'll see, it's single column format, paragraph format, subtopical headings with the references on the inside. Now, there's 3 columns of notes. Of course, this being Genesis 1, it's going to be filled, so let's flip over, and you'll be able to see here the text in a much better light. Now, the paper on this is normal, what I would say normal study Bible paper. I mean, it's not 36 GSM or anything. And this is Smith sewn. It's the hybrid kind where it's sewn as well as glued. It's a very large Bible. Now, like I said, single column paragraph format, references in what we call the gutter here on the inside, as well as a few little notes down here at the bottom, and then you have your study notes. Now, in your study notes, you'll find these articles in it as well. Human beings created in God's image. You'll find these throughout. So let's just flip through it now. Here's some other little things you'll find is those in-text maps and things that I showed you that it talked about there in the little booklet that comes with it. And that's what you need to look at to see how to actually use this study Bible. Of course, it's pretty straightforward if you've used one before. You've got your references here, cross references, as well as your notes at the bottom. And so all these are going to be geared toward covenant theology, and really, you know, Sproul, I believe Sproul was a member of the Presbyterian Churches of America, which is a conservative Presbyterian. So he's going to be dealing with covenant theology in these, and pretty much, you know, you can agree if you're a Reformed Baptist with the majority of Presbyterian theology, in that, you know, there's a few differences in baptism and other things, but we won't get into that. But here's your poetry. Here's Psalms, as you can see here. That does have the verse numbers offset in verse by verse format. And here you can see a little bit of ghosting. It's not real bad. It's what I would expect. Not nothing too terrible. It does have gold gilding on the edges. I don't know if I mentioned that as well as 2 ribbons. Now, let's see. Flipping on forward, I want to get over to the New Testament because this is a black letter text. Now, here's what you find. I want to get right here because this is important. I can get the pages unstuck. When you get to the end of Malachi, of course, you come to the New Testament, and this is a article on the Intertestamental Period. If I can get that out. the time between the Testaments. It talks about the Romans, various different Jewish groups, as well as gives you a map, and then it gives you the introduction to the Gospels and Acts. Then you start into Matthew's introduction. So as you can see, very, very thorough on the things that you're going to find. Second only, I think, to the ESV Study Bible. And I don't know if I wouldn't just about prefer to have this one, seeing as how you don't have the differences between the covenant theology view and the dispensational view in the ESV. It kind of gives you the both. Now here's another little article, as you'll find. I think I've seen more of these in the New Testament in your notes about various things, the sacraments, which, the Lord's Supper and baptism. It gives you a little article there, another little map. Here's an article on divorce. And so, going to go over now, and like I said, this is a black letter text. You notice you don't see any red letters in this. So I want to get back now to the back. There's one on hope of Revelation, because you're going to find your a whole list of things back here that are useful. You're going to find your creeds. You're going to find your articles. All right, we're getting close. There's Revelation 21, 22. Okay, topical articles. Here's one on Apologetics by Stephen Nichols. And then another one by Stephen Nichols, The Bible and Church History, Canonicy. This is where you're going to find your articles. Covenant Theology. Just various different things that Old Testament textual criticism. The Preaching of the Reformation. Okay, and then now, once you get past your articles, you're going to find your creeds. I can get the pages. Here they are. Page 2383, Creeds and Confession. Now, I would mark these with one ribbon if you do go to a Reformed church, because you do read these some. The Apostles' Creed, Nicene Creed, a couple other ones there, 39 articles. And so all these are in the back. A couple more confessions. Canons of Dort. And then the Westminster Confession of Faith. It has the complete confession, as well as the larger and shorter catechism. Then the London Baptist Confession after that. And that is the back. And then, of course, in the very back, after you get through the confessions, you're going to find your concordance and your maps. It does have a Bible reading plan back here, as you can see, as well as weights and measures, and then you have full color maps in the back. So, as you can see, very nice, well put together study Bible. I'm going to say that it's, it's 2 inches thick, maybe more. It's a big study Bible. Most study Bibles are. But anyway, this has been the Reformation Study Bible. Hopefully this has been beneficial. Hopefully you will go check these out. I think these run, let's see, I'm not sure about the price. I want to say they're about $75. I may be wrong on that. You can check online. All you have to do is Google Reformation Study Bible. Go to legionnaire.com. You can buy these from their website. I'm not sure on the price, to be honest. I looked. I want to say they're about $75. Don't hold me to that. It depends on which kind you get. If you get a hardback, or if you get a premium cowhide with its edge lined and all that, it's going to be different. So, sorry this has been a longer than normal review, but there was a lot to cover in this one. So, thanks for catching my review, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.